To one person, financial freedom may mean living the life, being out on a boat, sailing across the world. And for other people, it may mean, I just want to make sure that I have enough income to be debt-free, have my home paid off, and have all my bills taken care of. They don't have to live an extravagant lifestyle, but financial freedom means I'm not worrying or stressing about credit cards and payments and that sort of thing. So depends on the individual, but for most people, it's making sure they have enough income to live the kind of life that they want to live. Here locally right now, on PBS, Ed Slott, who is America's IRA expert, is actually talking about financial freedom on his show. He's been on PBS for the last 15 to 20 years. He's had 5 different shows on PBS, and this one is actually called Ed Slott's Retirement Freedom. So that is what he is talking about. Ed is the author of several books. Here's his latest book, The New Retirement Savings Time Bomb, How to Take Financial Control, Avoid Unnecessary Taxes, and combat the latest threats to your retirement savings. So the Wall Street Journal has called him the best source of IRA advice. He actually even wrote the foreword for my book, Bulletproof, The Safe and Secure Retirement Income Plan. He is a wealth of knowledge. And so this is what Ed says. If you want to live the retirement of your dreams, you have to remember a few key things. Number one, you need freedom from taxes. Remember, when it comes to retirement planning, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep that counts. Why? Because of the tax man. So I'll use this as an example a lot of times. I'll ask people a question they think is a trick question. Let's say you've got $100,000 in your IRA and I have $100,000 in my Roth IRA. Who has more money? Well, most people say, well, we have the same amount of money. No, it's not even close. I have a lot more money than you because if your money is saved in a tax-deferred account, an IRA or a 401k or a TSP, then you made an agreement with Uncle Sam, an arrangement. You said, I'm going to take a tax deduction up front when I make contributions. I'm going to let that all build tax deferred. And when I take it back out, which is normally in retirement, I'm going to owe you whatever you say I owe you. That's federal tax and whatever the state that I live in, state tax. If the money has been built up inside a Roth IRA or any other type of tax-free account, there is no tax due. No federal tax, no state tax. So who has more money? I have a lot more money in that situation. So number one, if you want to live the retirement of your dreams, you have to have freedom from taxes. Your total taxable income is going to affect and determine how much Social Security taxation you're going to pay, how much your Medicare premium is each year. So having tax-free accounts built up for retirement is critically important. Number two thing that Ed Slott would say is freedom from risk. And risk goes along with this third point, which is worry. So you've got freedom from taxes, freedom from risk, freedom from worry. How do risk and worry go together in retirement? Well, the number one worry is outliving your money. No one wants to live past their retirement savings, right? And that's everyone's number one fear. When you live in a time of volatility and high consumer price index, when inflation's 9.1 to 10%, then that's got people concerned about how long is my retirement income going to last. Think about it. If you retire at age 65 right now, you might live 25 to 35 more years, a third of your life, living off your retirement assets. So in 2022, we've got markets entering into a bear market. They're down about 20%. Well, that's a perfect storm for a retiree. Think about it. If someone retired on December the 31st, 2022, and they jump off into the world of retirement, and right off the bat, the type of account that they're in, if it drops by 20%, and they're paying a fee to their advisor, and they're taking distributions, they're going to end up in a mess really quickly. So worry and risk go together. Whether or not you're able to sleep at night has a lot to do with how safe is your retirement. What are you invested in? Are you protected against volatility of the market? Do you have some guarantees, maybe some insurance type of products like annuities with income riders that are going to pay you a pension? You know, there's only 3 guaranteed forms of income in retirement: annuities, pensions, and Social Security. They're the guaranteed. Everything else you're having to kind of self-manage. So we have to watch out for how much risk do we want to take on in our portfolio. And the fourth thing is freedom from bad advice. We got taxes, risk, worry, and then bad advice. Who are you listening to when it comes to your retirement advice? Well, this could be someone from your church or your small group. It could be the golf course. It could be the coffee shop. It could be the television. It could be the radio. It could be a TikTok video. People are taking their advice from people all over the place. So make sure that you're doing your research on who you're getting your advice from. Are they a qualified financial professional? What type of designations do they have behind their name? Take the time to look them up and research what it is that they're saying. If you take bad advice from someone, they're off the hook. It's not going to affect their life at all, but it's going to affect the rest of your life. So how and when to choose your Social Security payments is going to affect you and your spouse forever. What type of accounts to have, how much risk, how much guaranteed income. Those are all critical decisions, and you need to be working with a professional. So true freedom in retirement is freedom from taxes, freedom from risk, freedom from worry, and freedom from bad advice.